What's up? Back from the village. Actually, I'm not back from the village. I'm at the village, coming back to you. And in this live video, this Saturday morning. So yeah, I've decided to do these live videos a little more frequently now. I did them for a long time and kind of quit for a while, and now I'm back. And the biggest reason I'm back is because this is how I want to share. It's how I want to express. It's how I want to try and elevate your thinking. Elevate your mind. No, but for real. I mean, that's part of it. But today, I just wanted to ask you about your holidays and celebrations. While I'm sitting here, I'm going to show you. Well, oh, sure, what the hell. I don't give a shit. So there we have trash. Because we had a storm yesterday. Isn't that beautiful? But look at that. Don't mind the trash. Just look at this beautifulness. I love it. So, yeah. I don't know if you've been catching our videos in the village group or not. It's been pretty fun. Yesterday, we got an addition to the village. We got a freezer. We got a chest freezer. It's been a minute. Our adventure in Bob left us using a little teeny tiny fridge and freezer for the past few months, and for a party this big, oh my goodness. But for real, today I really just wanted to ask you about your celebrations. And what do you celebrate? How do you spend your time? How do you spend your money? How do you spend your mindset on these celebrations? And I ask this because I used to be a huge celebrator. I mean, I'm a bigger celebrator now. I celebrate life in a million times better ways now than I used to. So, yeah. But I'm a big celebrator. What's up? Who's with me? I see somebody's on here. You can say hi. You can say what's up. It takes a minute to load comments and views and who's joining me, so you got to give me a minute to say what's up, but I want to include you in the conversation. So yeah, what I was talking about is celebrations. I'm a big celebrator. Big celebrator. And I think that started because when I was a kid, my grandparents were super duper into celebrating Christmas. And mainly Christmas. And I think it was because my grandparents were very creative and artsy. That's what I think the biggest start of it was. And so they liked to decorate their house, and they'd start decorating like way before Christmas. And I really believe it's because they liked the spirit of the season, and they liked to decorate. And so that's why they embraced it. And I gather this because that's why I did it. That's why I did the holiday thing like I did, because I like to feel it. I liked the spirit of the Christmas season. I liked how people felt. What's up, Leah? I'm going to give you a wave. I see you there. Good morning. Yep, good morning, villagers. I'm the only one awake so far. Everybody else is sleeping. So yeah, I really enjoyed Christmas time because, well, I had a child very young, and so it was really fun to celebrate my kid. It was really fun to give my son things for Christmas and watch him enjoy them and open presents. And so that feeling just exploded. And I used to be a huge holiday person. One time I was living in Washington when I came back from Japan. And I think I was only like 18 or 19 years old. And I was living in Washington. And I literally had all my Christmas decorations up by like the 1st of October. It was ridiculous. I had them up by like the 1st of October. And then there was this dude down the street that would kind of compete with me about, like, I'd put up lights and he'd put up more. And I'd put up lights and he'd put up. So we had this thing going. But for like 2 or 3 months before Christmas, everybody thought I was crazy. But I was having fun, you know? And so I would do these holidays so huge. And then 4th of July, my dad loved 4th of July. So I was like, oh, I need to do 4th of July. And I'd spend hundreds of dollars on fireworks. And we'd spend hours, like hours and hours. I mean, I'd have a lung condition the next day after how many hours of fireworks we'd set off and breathing all that smoke. and hundreds of dollars worth of expense on fireworks. And then Thanksgiving, there was Thanksgiving, and my mother-in-law, she just loved Thanksgiving. And so I was like, oh God, I love Thanksgiving too, because I love my mother-in-law. And so I started embracing all these holidays of all these people that I loved because they love these holidays. And so I was like, oh cool, I love these holidays too. And then I started realizing that because I am a fireball for life, I really, really am. I mean, if you look around my place, it's like, whoa. I was like getting extreme with the holidays. I was like, Christmas was like badass. I mean, if you're a Christmas person, come to my house for Christmas. You're going to love it. I mean, my younger brother, we would spend Christmas together, and he would just go on and on and on about it. And it was so great for him for such a long time until it became something that he was like, this is kind of weird. I mean, you're excessive. You do it so good that it's weird. That's what it was for him, and it totally was that way for me. And it was that way for Christmas, and it was that way for Easter. I mean, I did the most biggest, baddest Easter baskets. Valentine's Day, don't even get me started. I mean, the love day, I'm all about love. I mean, I live for love. Literally everything about me is about love. And not love like you think. I'm not like, oh, mushy and gushy. I'm not that kind of girl. I wasn't even that way with my babies. But I'm all about love. And love for me is letting others voluntarily evolve. But anyways, that's another topic. So the holidays. I would do these holidays up so big and badass. And then I found myself longing for these holidays. Christmas would be over and I was like, get all that shit out of the house. I mean, Christmas Day was barely over and I was like, pack it up, get it out of here. And it's because I've been dealing with all this extra crap in my house for months. And all this extra clutter. And so I was like, get it out of here. I'm ready to pack it up. The day Christmas was over. But then I felt all like, I felt all sad and down and like, oh, it's over. And I felt that way about every holiday at times. But mainly Christmas, the love holiday was over. And so then I started looking at the rest of my life and I was like, I spend so much time, money, energy, days. You know how many days I spend decorating, taking down, buying, working for money to buy decorations, working for the money to buy gifts, to dote on everybody and everyone I knew with gifts, especially my children. My children were like rock stars at Christmas time. It was like, brrr, just fell out everywhere. But I really sucked at loving people. I really sucked at loving people, like really, really, because I didn't know how. So I thought, I was poor as a kid and I loved Christmas time because people gave me gifts at times. But it wasn't really the gifts that I was loving so much. It was the attention. It was the care. It was my grandparents being excited. My parents weren't always excited about very much in life. My parents kind of suffered. My parents kind of lived the strugg life, the suck life. And so, Christmas time was like, oh, people love each other right now. People are cool. People are this, so the holidays, we all showed up. Even my aunts and uncles would show up for Christmas. They didn't always show up for other things, but they'd show up for Christmas. And they show up for other holidays. And I don't think it was against them. It was because that's the conditioning of the world. That's how we all learned to be. Is we showed up at the holidays and hardly saw each other in between. And it was like, what? It seems weird. It seems weird to me to be family and to be connected and to love people and then show up for holidays that somebody else made up. But yet in between we're like, oh, I don't want to see that freak. Well, that person gets on my damn nerves. I can only stand him at Christmas. And I think over the years I became that person. I think over the years I actually became the person that people were like, I don't know, Cheryl might have some shit to say. For real, I was like the orchestrator of all the stuff. And then I became the one that was like, ugh. And it was because I wasn't cool. I wasn't digging how we were spending our life. I wasn't happy about the fact that my dad and my brothers and my aunts and uncles and all my family would come together for all these holidays and then talk shit about each other in between. Or the fact that my mom and dad couldn't stand each other, but they could show up for Christmas and then be like, you know, it seemed so fake and superficial and such a joke to me as I got older. It was like, what the hell is going on? And then the more I started working for all of this and putting so much time and effort and energy into all of it, the more I realized how fucking crazy it is. So I quit. I sold all my Christmas decorations. I gave away all my 4th of July stuff. I quit. I quit with all the holidays. I quit with all the crap. I quit with all the made up stuff. And quit jumping over the daily stuff that is affecting my life. The fact that I can't talk to my dad and have a conversation, that was a problem for me. The fact that my mom and I always felt like we were competing with each other, that was a problem for me. You know, I used to but I used to say growing up that I really loved my mom, but I did not like her. And it was because I could be honest about it. And I don't think it was my mom. It was all the stuff my mom was doing that she didn't want to be doing that was making her miserable. And therefore she couldn't parent in a way she wanted to parent. She couldn't show up to be mom that she wanted to be. Because she had all this other crap that people were telling her that she should do, like holidays. And all this stuff that you want to be good at. So, whether you want to spend time with your holidays or buy stuff or whatever, that's your choice. But ask yourself, that's what I really want, is ask yourself why you're doing what you're doing. You know, how much time and energy and effort are you spending on orchestrating holidays? You know, special time that somebody else decided. Somebody else decided that special time. You know, I mean, the 4th of July. Look at the country the last 2 years. It kind of seems ridiculous to me. It seems ridiculous to me to be celebrating our freedom in a situation like this. And I'm not dogging what's been going on because, to be honest with you, Corona is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I know I'm going to get all kinds of flack about that, but Corona is the best thing that ever happened because it awoke me to a whole nother level of the horseshit and bullshit and connery and layers of deception that are going on in the world. And all the layers of time burgling that everybody is wrapped up in. So, get clear about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And if you want to celebrate the 4th of July, then rock on with your bad self. Buy those fireworks. Do you know where they come from? Not that I gave a shit. I think it's all the same. But for real. People say that all the time. Oh my goodness, that's shit from... And it's like, have you checked the produce in your freezer? It comes from the same place as those fireworks. So, you might want to look into some of this stuff because it's not exactly what you might think. And the 4th of July, Christmas, Easter, Mother's Day, Father's Day, what other ones do we have? St. Patrick's Day, all these holidays. I mean, okay. I used to do them too. I've had plenty of green beer in my life. However, that is not the way I orchestrate or deal or manifest my life now. Because I don't believe in it. And I celebrate every day. I celebrate in awesome ways. I celebrate my children. I celebrate their birth. I celebrate our life. We make up days every day to celebrate what's real and true right now and for real, and it's so legit. So, yeah, we gotta ask ourselves why we're playing the games we play. Because you can play. I think that's what life is all about. It's all about the experience you're having. Is it heaven or is it hell? You know, it's about your experience. However, they're all games. They're life games, and you're either playing yours or somebody else's. And if it's somebody else's and you like to play theirs, cool. But are you clear? Do you know what you're doing and why you're doing it? And I don't believe most people do because I didn't. And I've kind of been a stickler about my time my whole life. So if I was confused, I know there's plenty of other people confused. And if I can figure it out, I know other people can too. So think about why you're celebrating what you're celebrating. And if it's real to you and legit. And if it is, great. Jump in and do it 100%. Full-bodied. Full you. And if it's not, say, fuck that shit. Let it go. You'll free your mind. You'll free your life, and you'll free up a shit ton of time. Time you can be spending doing things you really want to do with the people you really want to do it with. So decide why you're celebrating what you're celebrating, and you'll have a better experience when you're clear about why. So, oh, sweet, look, some stuff came up. Being healthy and strong, being free also, that's the best. Yes, I recognize it both myself and also family members big time. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if there's more messages, but anyway. So, you guys have an awesome Saturday. If you want to hear more about my thoughts on our reality and the way we orchestrate our life, join me in the village, because I'm going to share more and more and more in there. And, yeah. If you've got a problem, if you got something sticking you up, maybe it's the 4th of July. Maybe it's not. Send me a message. Let's talk about it. Peace. See ya.